So Gary, City Council voted to accept a report by the, let me get this straight, the Community Relations Advisory Board, or CRAB, and this involves the acquisition and use of surplus military equipment by Greenbelt Police.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, this stems back to November 2017 when a group of concerned Greenbelt residents presented a petition to the council saying that they didn't want Greenbelt Police acquiring this. They were this surplus military equipment under a federal program established by Congress some time ago. Mm-hmm. They thought it would be bad for law enforcement and civilian relationships. It would be sort of an us and them, warlike mentality that would be bad. Mm-hmm. And so they presented this petition of concern. The council in 2017 asked CRAB, mm-hmm. The Community Relations Board, Advisory Board, to look into it. And so from November 2017 until now, almost 2 years, the board has been meeting with law enforcement, with the police chief and others on the police force, as well as the petitioners and other concerned people, and they discussed it. That's what the report is about. And what happened at the meeting, the council meeting on the 23rd, is that the council said, okay, we will now accept your report, and in a future meeting, we will schedule action. We'll take action on it. We'll accept it. We'll, ask for more.
Right. So details are still forthcoming on this. So this is just a starting point, a jumping off point, I'm assuming.
Right. And what we did find out, though, is the content of the report, the suggestions that were being made. So, for example, the Community Relations Board said, we can't tell Congress what they can and cannot do. That was one of the original petitions. So this program is here to stay. Mm-hmm. But let's try to make sure that we avoid this us and them mentality. Right. But what they did find out, law enforcement said, our police said, there are some things that we truly need. So some of them, Kevlar outfits and protective devices and so forth. We're not necessarily talking all, armored personnel carriers necessarily.
And I love the idea of if we do get those kind of vehicles, of painting them blue and not Army colors or black.
Yes, right. And I think that this whole process over the last almost 2 years has helped both sides realize, hey, we have a pretty good situation here. We have an effective law enforcement, a police force that has a good relationship with the community, and we all want to keep it that way and take advantage of whatever opportunities we can for the police to get material that they need to do their job.
It sounds like we have some pretty good guidelines set up here, and I guess we're just looking forward to see how council acts on this. And I think it seems like it'll continue in that spirit of cooperation. And
the report's online. It's not that long, 4 or 5 pages. The link is in the article in the paper this week, so feel free. You can look it up and read through it. I was encouraged by reading it.
Very good. So we have elections coming up and an October 7th deadline for voter registration, and 16 and 17-year-olds voting for the first time.
That's right. The Youth Advisory Board, along with the League of Women Voters, have had a couple of sessions of voter registration at Roosevelt, and trying to register as many 16 and 17-year-olds as possible. And we briefly covered that this week. It's encouraging because last election we voted on that, and now this election it's going to happen. So also in the paper, to prepare both those 16 and 17-year-olds and really all of us for this important civic duty, every week we'll be running candidates' answers to questions that we've posed. This week there's an announcement that on the 13th there'll be a voter forum or a candidate forum where they'll answer questions, discuss some of the issues.
And where will that forum be?
At the community center. Okay. On the 13th of October. I just saw it for the first time when I read the paper.
Right. Well, and I love the questions in there too. And that it's like, why are you running? And what specific issues do you want to address? And those are good questions.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to hear if their view of things is similar to mine. What do you see as important? Because I know what I think is important, and let's, mesh that.
Great. And lastly, we have National Co-op Month. A big part of cooperatives are a big part of our heritage, our history here.
That's right. And our ongoing common life. There are 7 active, very active, well-known cooperatives here in Greenbelt. The News Review, of course, is a cooperative. The Co-op is a cooperative. The Credit Union, the New Deal Cafe. There's several others. So, month is National Cooperative Month. There'll be articles about cooperative principles. There'll be several features, several things. So it's a time just to reflect on this unique interrelationship, sort of an economic and social relationship, where the way I look at it is you give a little, but you get something maybe more in return. When you are a part of a group that works together on this. So.
And I guess it's up to us to try and continue this this tradition that we have here, right?
Yes, and in fact, that's one of the points in the article this week is it's a two-way street. You know, the cooperative is for the benefit of the members, but the members have you can say responsibility, I'd rather say privilege or opportunity to take advantage, to make use of the entity itself. Like if you remember the co-op, as we discussed several weeks ago, well, you shop there because it will try to benefit you, but you help it by participating.
That's right. Yeah, you pitch in because they need a little help now, and again, I guess we should repeat. We should do a little more shopping there, right?
Yeah, well, right, on another topic. But hopefully, doing a little more shopping is a good thing, or it will. It's not like we have to go; we get to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot for wrapping up the news in Greenbelt this week.
Glad to do it.